Hello everybody, I am back. Update time. I'm excited. Hopefully you're all excited because I'm actually uploading. That's a big shock. I've got some Lego in front of me. That's just I'm going to be parting out while I do this video just so you have something to look at, because this video is just going to be me doing a lot of talking. Unfortunately, kind of makes some sound, some noise. Probably should have made a headphone warning, but the way I part out hopefully isn't too noisy, so it shouldn't be too bad. I'm just here to say that I have an update. I have news, because obviously I'm sure some of you have noticed that throughout the last couple of years, there have been multiple times where I've made a YouTube video where I was like, hey, I'm coming back, I'm gonna make stuff. Then it never happened. Or on the Bricklink side of things, for those who follow me over there, some of you may have noticed that I've not uploaded nearly as much as I used to. This is because I've been living with a medical condition that I'm not going to go into detail of for personal reasons, but if you care, you can message me privately about it and I can talk about it. But this condition has made it very, very difficult to live, not just work or do YouTube or sort Lego, but like to wake up in the morning. It made every aspect of my life difficult, not necessarily inherently like it was actively affecting me in everything that I do, but it was always on my mind and it was affecting my schedule of life a lot. And I think the biggest thing looking back on it, of all the symptoms of it, the one that I think I really underrated the most was the fact that it wrecks your sleep. It makes your sleep bad in that the time you spend sleeping is not as enriching as it normally would be. Like if I slept for 8 hours, it would not be the same as someone else sleeping for 8 hours. It would be more so like the same as someone else sleeping for like 5 or 6 hours. Not in terms of like the condition itself, like that's like an actual translation, but I just mean in that like how rested I actually felt, because I would either get woken up by it, or the more common culprit is just that it left me exhausted a lot and led me to not be able to really relax and get deep sleep when most people could. And no, it wasn't something to do with anxiety or something. It was actually just a physical like strain that would cause that in my life. And so because of that, like I said, it was leading me to not only not be physically able to still like do YouTube and Bricklink and stuff, but it also made it very difficult to actually do the things, or have the motivation to do the things, I should say. So like it affected my physical ability to do them, and then on top of that, because of all of those factors, it was affecting my way of life as a whole. And so obviously with that comes lack of motivation or mental problems that lead you to not be super motivated to do stuff. But the frustrating thing about this was not that it was like, dang, I'm just like not motivated to do anything. It was that the condition itself makes it to where no matter how much motivation you have, it's still so hard to turn that into productivity, just because of the nature of it. And so I'm here to announce that no, I'm not just coming here to rant about that or be all woe is me, because one of my favorite quotes of all time is from, I believe, Mother Teresa, who said that everyone is always dealing with something that you know nothing about. And so be kind always. And so I've felt that personally really well, but that honestly helped me a lot to get through this to the point where I'm at now. Because it's like, yes, this sucks. It prevents me from being able to work. It's the reason why I've never gotten a job outside of Bricklink in the last few years, because I physically couldn't do it. I would get fired, or I would have to get some really special treatment from a really nice employer who would be okay with the fact that I would be doing subpar work for them. But that quote really helped me understand that, like, while yes, this sucks, it's not life-threatening technically, and I'm still alive, So those two things alone already make my life better than how some people have it, unfortunately, for those people. And so it was helpful to push me through it. Just because it's like I had always thought about making a video like this, either on YouTube or Instagram or whatever, or even just like an announcement on Bricklink, but I really didn't want to like come complaining about it, and then it's like I read about all this other stuff that people have that's like far worse, and I'm like, I shouldn't be the one complaining. So I've tried my hardest to not complain about it or say anything about it, no matter how much I actually do complain about it to myself. But I think now is finally the right time because I got surgery finally. That's honestly what I should complain about the most in this video. Not the condition itself or my health or anything or my mental state, but the fact that it took almost 2 or 3 years since I first found out about the condition to actually get it properly diagnosed and referred to the right people for it to get me the right surgery. Like, that's honestly the more frustrating thing about all of this. But welcome to the American healthcare system, I guess. But anyway, so all that to say that I have finally gotten surgery for it and am currently in recovery. Not like I'm at the hospital recovering, but like I'm in that month or 2 window where I'm not allowed to do strenuous activities, not allowed to lift, etc., etc. And so I can still, like, I'm obviously at my home right now, and I can still like do Lego and stuff during this period, but I'm technically still in recovery. Symptom watch really is what I call it, watching for symptoms, making sure nothing goes wrong or comes back. So with that said, if all goes well in recovery and this issue is gone from my life, at least temporarily, because it technically can come back, but hopefully it doesn't, then I will 100% be uploading more. I'm already uploading more right now than I did in the entire month of December. I really didn't upload anything, I think, in December. Now, yes, part of that was because like half the month was spent like with holiday stuff, either being out of town or people's birthdays or what have you. But the other part of it was spent struggling with what I had and not being able to upload as a result of it. So thankfully, with this now hopefully gone, the motivation to upload and to work just in general, not just on Lego, but be productive with my life, has come flying back, which I knew it would, because it was like I've always had the motivation to. It's just that I couldn't, and I've said that already, so apologies if I'm repeating myself, but that's all come flooding back. So I'm now fully pushing to upload a lot because I have a massive backlog of sets that I need to part out and bulk and stuff that I need to add. But also all the ideas that I had for the YouTube side of things that I have just never gotten around to. All of those ideas are still in my head. I still remember all of them. I just never got around to them because I couldn't, or just across being burnt out from Bricklink and from living, basically, just never pushed myself to do them. Now I'm more than happy to do them. So I'm happy to say that videos will be coming finally. Again, I'm technically still in a recovery period, so I don't know if they will be coming within the next month. But I mean, obviously there's this one. The most helpful thing for anyone watching this that you can do is literally just tell me what kind of content you want to see. Because that's honestly one of the biggest reasons I didn't upload a whole lot while I had the issue, was because I didn't necessarily know what people wanted. And I know people usually say just go by the views, but being a smaller channel, trying to grow, it's kind of hard to just only make what people want. You kind of have to just put out everything that you can. But I kept getting like mixed feedback, like, oh, don't do this, it's boring. But then other people would be like, oh, I really want you to do this or whatever, or would just get no feedback at all. And so not knowing what to do made it really hard to actually push myself to upload, because I'm like, I don't even know if people want me to do this. Like, do people even want to see me pick their Bricklink order? Maybe everyone wants that. Do people even want to see me sort Lego? Maybe no one does. Maybe some people find it soothing. I don't know. So that I would appreciate comments, but obviously, again, being very small and even the little following that I have, I don't think very actively follows me just because I've been inactive for so long. Like, I don't blame you. So it's going to be some time here of rebuilding the small community that I had and then hopefully getting bigger from there. So I'll just be uploading whatever kind of comes to mind. I'll probably be uploading quite a bit of content like this where I'm just talking, not rambling. It'll be structured, like it'll be about a topic, or maybe I'll be doing like a ranking or something. I don't know. Not a podcast, though. I'm not going to go and start a podcast in the midst of like 90,000 other podcasts in the world. More than that. I don't know why that's the number that I said. But yeah. But content will be coming. And I'm very, very excited about that. Obviously, pieces will be coming. The store will finally start growing again, which is great. So yeah, that's pretty much all this video is. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you. I forgot to say thank you to everyone who's been sticking with me this long, and especially thank you to anyone who knew about what I was dealing with before this video and sent thoughts and prayers, especially before surgery. I appreciate it a lot. Thank you to any support post video since posting this. I appreciate that just as much, just because you send your regards after I've already had the surgery. Does not mean I don't see it, does not mean I don't absolutely appreciate it, and it means the world to me, especially because I'm not fully healed yet, so I do still need some prayers. So yeah, I would greatly appreciate that, and yeah, just excited to get started again, doing what I love. You know, it was really hard, like, the thoughts coming to my head, like thinking that I don't love this anymore, when really I do still love this. I love this aspect of it. Even getting no viewers, or 2 viewers, or whatever it may be, I still love just talking to anyone and doing Lego. Like, I love this a lot. So I appreciate any and all support, and I'm so happy to say that I will finally be uploading. I was going to say again, but my channel was never really active to begin with, so we will start uploading for the first time, I will say. And yeah, any recommendations on what you think would work best, or just what you personally want, I would greatly appreciate. Because that's the one nice thing about being a smaller channel. Since I'm so small, pretty much any viewer can just come to me and say, hey, I want you to make a video about this. And I'll just do it, because I can afford to do it, because I don't have an audience, a massive audience that expects other certain content from me. So like the Pablo I made a few months ago was a request from someone that I had met, that I just did for them, because I was like, I can afford to do it because I'm not doing anything else. It also gives me content to do. So I would greatly appreciate that. But in the future, if I ever got big enough, I would actually start doing regularly scheduled content. But yeah, with that, thank you. My name is Andrew, by the way, for anyone who doesn't know. I was about to say signing off or something. My name is not Jefferson or Jeff, despite what people think. However, if you want to call me that, go right ahead. I actually kind of like it. I've had a lot of people over on the Whatnot side of things call me Jeff or Mr. Jeff, and I think it works perfectly fine. Shrew also is cool. I don't know. We'll just see what people come up with over time. But yeah, excited to finally start this up again and get cool content to you guys, because it's not like I'm an amazingly knowledgeable person or content creator or whatever, but I do something that not a lot of people do or even have the opportunity to do. So to be able to share exactly how that works, or how to start one, like a Bricklink store for yourself if you wanted to, I think would be really cool. Especially in the wake of some really good people at Just a Brick in the Bucket recently closing their store. I don't think I ever actually... I think I I did talk about it in the Pablo I did a few months ago, because I think it happened just before that. But if I didn't, yeah, Just a Brick in the Bucket have closed their store. It was a few months ago now, I think maybe even more. And I just wish nothing but the best for them. They were not necessarily who got me into Bricklink and the seller side of it, but when I was getting into it, their videos are basically all that I watched to learn how to do stuff. If you look at my store page, like my terms and conditions and like all the layout and stuff, that's all heavily inspired by them. In fact, if their store was still open today, you could probably look at mine and theirs and see how similar like the layout of the TOS and everything is, just because I modeled so much of it after them. So I appreciate them a lot. Even if they're not making videos or doing Bricklink anymore, they're still great people. Still will forever love them for everything that they did. So shout out to them. And with that, have a wonderful rest of your morning or evening or afternoon. Whenever you're watching this, good morning, good night, good day. I don't know. This is Andrew signing off, and I will be seeing you soon, finally. Peace out, and thank you.